Hi everyone, welcome back. So this past weekend I was at IMATS New York and this was my second time attending. I only just got back yesterday. We had a crazy long commute back. It took us about 11 hours, which depending on where you live, maybe that sounds reasonable. But we're from Toronto and we went to New York and that is only an hour flight at most. We just had a lot of delays on the flight back and our plane that was supposed to leave at 2:30 didn't leave until 8:30 at night. So I only got home at 11 o'clock last night and had to work today. You're seeing this on Thursday. I filmed it on Wednesday and I got back on Tuesday. So anyway, I thought I'd do a haul. There is a vlog coming. I haven't really decided at this point if I'm doing 1 or 2 vlogs as I haven't looked at the footage. I have a feeling that I have a lot. So next week may be completely just vlogs on this channel. If you're interested, let me know. That'd be great to hear feedback on whether or not you prefer 1 or 2 vlogs, but I kind of think that if it's gonna end up being a 30-minute vlog, no one's gonna wanna watch it, so I might break it into 2 parts regardless. Anyway, what I got at IMATS is all in this bag, and honestly, looking in here, I didn't get a whole lot. I thought I bought a ton of product, but as it turns out, I had some items that I was buying for other people that kind of made it look like and felt like I'd bought more products than I actually had. Bit of a weird situation. So I'm looking at this bag going, why didn't I get more things? Anyway, let's get into it. So the first item that was on my list because they didn't have it last year was from Sugarpill, and that was their eyeshadow pan in the shade Love Plus. It's a basic red primary colored shade. I bought practically every single color that they had last time. That's in like their matte rainbow formula. It's not a rainbow formula, it's colors of the rainbow, is what I mean. But last time they didn't have Love Plus, which is the red shade, and that made me really sad because that was pretty much the shade I was the most into. So anyway, I picked that up and I think it was about $8. I think. The reason I don't quite know the price is we had 3 people in our group, myself, Kaitlyn, and Julie, who all have blogs and or YouTube channels. I will link them all down below. And we kind of interchanged our lists to each other. Julie had a media pass, so she got in early, so way ahead of Kaitlyn and I. So she ran around to a few booths ahead of us because there was practically no line when she got in. So for that reason, I don't remember paying for it in person because I didn't actually pay for it in person. I paid Julie back at the end. Anyway, I think it was $8 and somebody asked me last time, so that's why I'm trying to highlight the price tag of this one. The other thing that Julie grabbed for me is the new ABH Glow Kit. This is the Aurora palette. And I've become quite a sucker for these glow kits by Anastasia. I just think they are so freaking beautiful. They're unlike anything else in the highlighter world, really. They keep coming out with new shades, which is of course what draws us consumers in. And I didn't have anything that was quite like this from pictures. Now, when I saw it in person after Julie had picked it up for me, I was like, oh, it's not as pretty as I thought it was. However, looking on camera now, there's a bit more tonal difference in the shades than I had previously thought when I looked in the hotel room. This Helia shade is very interesting, and I can't swatch it yet because I haven't photographed it. But it's like a green with a pink shot through with it. This one is a, what is this? Like purple gray with some green in it. I mean, looking at the viewfinder, I can see what I saw in the hotel room and I'm like, man, that is boring. But no, in person it is better than my first impression in person was, so I am into it and I can't wait to use it. However, I do have a little bit of a beef with this palette. This was $44 US in person at IMATS. It's $40 on their website. Now, IMATS is a paid event. You buy a ticket, I think it's 60 or 65 US, and you're expected to get a deal at these brands. It's a trade show, the prices are discounted. I can't think of another brand that I've bought from at IMATS that didn't have a discount on their palettes. So not only did Anastasia not have a discount on this palette, they actually raised the price. And I've asked them twice now on Twitter and I'm not getting any kind of traction on that tweet. But I was like, really guys, did you really mean to charge people $4 more than your actual retail value on your website? And it's not that big a deal because it's not that much money, but I'm pissed. I am so irritated. When Julie pulled this out of the bag and was like, oh yeah, it was 44, I went, excuse me? And I think she was a little bit shocked and I didn't mean to like attack her for that. And obviously I paid her back for it. That's not the issue. I was just so like, Why the hell would a brand charge you more money at a trade show that you have paid to get into? Oh, not happy about that one. Anyway, I have loved these glow kits. I am anticipating loving this, but that really pissed me off. Now, apparently Juvia's place was at IMATS New York last year, but I guess they hadn't blown up in the beauty world because I didn't notice them, didn't pay attention, hadn't looked at their products. They've now exploded, so of course now I'm paying attention. And I really wanted to pick up at least one palette. So I picked up the Masquerade mini palette. This is their smaller version of the same palette, just obviously a smaller size. I think the other one's like, it's enormous, like it's huge. There's no need for an eyeshadow palette that big. So I definitely recommend getting the mini size of it. But I'm so regretful that I didn't buy more palettes now. I haven't used it, so maybe, you know, maybe I won't love the quality, but in touching the products at the booth, I really liked how they felt. Now these are actually packaged really nicely. Not only do you get like obviously the box for it, but it's actually got bubble wrap on the inside. And these are just really, really beautiful. I went for the Masquerade mini palette, and it is a bunch of, well, there's neutrals on the bottom row. I'm trying to get this plastic sheet off, there we go. Neutrals on the bottom row, 2 rows, and then some really nice bright shades up top. Oh, I'm excited to play with this, but because it's so pretty and because I know the quality felt good on my fingertips, I'm like, why the hell didn't I just buy all the palettes? I'm a palette aficionado. I love collecting palettes. I should have just bought them, especially considering that they had like a deal. I think you could buy all 3 of their palettes for 78 bucks, which in hindsight, I should have done and will probably do if I end up going next year. Anyway, I'm really excited to try this out. And one thing that I didn't order from Juvia's place was the single eyeshadow in the shade Nia, N-I-A. They just threw it in with my order. I didn't ask for it, didn't even know that they were handing them out, but I thought that was a really nice touch. Okay, so the day before vacation, I ran out of my NYX Micro Brow and I was so upset. I had been waiting to go to IMATS to buy more of the NYX Micro Brow in taupe because my absolute favorite eye pencil, hands down. So of course I ran out of NYX Micro Brow the day before we left for vacation. I was so irritated because my whole plan had been to stock up at IMATS on NYX Micro Brow. I was planning to buy like 6 to 10 of them. So I went to the NYX booth all prepared to be like, give me everything you got. And they didn't have it. They didn't have it. Isn't that one of their most iconic products? I went through their sheet printout multiple times. I asked several people at the booth, who by the way, acted as if they'd never heard of it. What is happening? And they didn't have it. So I couldn't get my NYX Micro Brow, which was weird because it was also at Toronto IMATS, so I don't know what's happening there. Please, please do not be discontinued. Oh, that just occurred to me and now I'm really, really scared. Anyway, so they had no NYX Micro Brow and I was distraught. But I had added to my list this Epic Ink Liner because a viewer had recommended it to me a few videos ago. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but they recommended it because it's a brush tip liquid liner, which is my favorite. So I'm really excited to use this on my eyes. I've only swatched it and I can say that it's not actually matte. It's very similar to the Kat Von D one in the sense that it has a little bit of a sheen. I'm still hunting for that perfect matte pen style brush tip liquid liner. So if you know of one that exists, please tell me because I will try it out. However, because the brush tip is very similar in texture and stuff like that to the Kat Von D and the Art Deco pen, I am more than excited to use this one up too. And of course, with every IMATS that I go to, I have to pick up lit glitter. I have become a collector at this point. I make a list for every IMATS that I go to and I just keep adding to it. So they always give you this fan thing. I've thrown out like 3 of these. I don't know what to do with this. It's just so bizarre. Like, how does that help me with my glitter? It doesn't. So their deal for glitters was buy 3 for 30 bucks, which makes them $10 a piece. I think that's a good price, especially considering they have so many options to choose from. I do think it's a better deal in Canada though, because the price stays the same. You get 3 glitters for the price of 30 Canadian, which is a much better deal than 3 for 30 American. So just keep that in mind in case you go to Toronto IMATS and New York IMATS. So the shades I picked out this time are Hawaii 5-0, which is a beautiful blue base with like pastel hollow. Go Golf, which is a pastel green with kind of mint, gold, and peach reflect to it. Rainbow Ride, which was not a color that was originally on my list, but they never have Solar Blast. I have tried 2 years in a row now at both New York and Toronto IMATS, and they always forget to bring it. I want Solar Blast, guys. Please bring it to IMATS. But the woman suggested getting Rainbow Ride, which, you know, sounds like Rainbow Road, so of course I'm into it. It's not too dissimilar from Solar Blast, but it's not quite the same. It's like an orange base with green and gold reflect to it. And of course, now that I'm pulling up the next shade, it looks near identical to Rainbow Ride. Anyway, this is Dreamsicle, which is kind of a peach base with peach, orange, and green reflect. And then Green Machine, which is a neon vibrant green color with like additional green reflect in it. And the last shade I got, which I was the most excited to get my hands on, and I didn't even know if they were gonna have it because I swear it's not on their website, but I've seen it swatched on people's blogs. And this is Rhinestone Cowboy. And it looks honestly kind of like nothing in the pot, but in swatches, it's crazy. This is like a brown copper base with red, green, and yellow reflect. It is beautiful. All right, so that's it for the IMATS portion of this haul. I do have a few more items that I picked up in New York, so I thought I'd mention them as well. The first one is an Urban Decay blush in the shade Quiver. This is so pretty. And not available in Canada, I might add. You can't get it on Sephora. You can't get it on Urban Decay Canada. It's not in stores at the physical Urban Decay location. How gorgeous is this? I mean, you can't really wear it full blast, obviously, but man, this is gonna look pretty on the cheeks. Now, the funny story with this is that my friend and YouTuber Samantha, or Samantha Jane, actually picked this up for me when she was in the US, and the poor soul, she got it back to Canada and realized there was a crack in it and didn't want me to buy a cracked product, so she kept it and refunded my money. And I still feel guilty about that. She should just give me the cracked product. But she didn't, and I was still like, but I don't have this blush yet. So my friend Sarah in Baltimore actually has an Ulta account that alerted her to the fact that these blushes were on sale for 13 bucks, which is half off. And she had the item shipped to my friend Dorothy in New York, who I met up with, and then I got the blush from her. So that was kind of like an extreme way to get a blush, but now I own it. And the last items I have to talk about are also a funny story. I had originally intended to place a House of Lashes order, have it sent to Dorothy so she could, you know, collect it for me with free shipping in the US and just give it to me when I saw her in person. But the free shipping amount required that I spend like, I don't know, it wasn't that high, but it was more than the amount of lashes that I was going to be buying, so I just decided, forget it, I'm not gonna be bothered. And then we went into Ricky's, and I found House of Lashes. I didn't know they carried them. I didn't even know that these were available anywhere than on House of Lashes website. I mean, I know Sephora has a version of House of Lashes, but they're not the same. So I picked up 2 pairs of the Au Naturale lashes. I've just run through using up all of these, and they're a really simple eyelash to wear. They've got an invisible band. They're very small, so it doesn't look like too much eyelash happening if you're happening to be going out for like dinner, but like not the club or something. So I was really happy to see these because I think the price tag is a little bit higher. These were $9, and I think that they're $8 on their website. But I was happy to pay the $2 difference because it meant I didn't have to buy more products than I needed. So yeah, Ricky's carries House of Lashes. I didn't know that, but now I'm glad I do because whenever I go back to the US, I can definitely pick them up there. All right, that's it for my haul. That's everything I picked up. Again, I don't feel like I bought that many things. I feel like I bought so many things for other people that I didn't pay attention to getting products for myself, which is a weird thing to say. I mean, I guess we shouldn't be trying to spend more money, but I am very regretful that I wasn't able to get NYX Microbrow or more Juvia's Place palettes. Anyway, there's always next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!